Yeah, I did, but like, I just realized I missed it. That must be something
It was 10. It was 2 pages.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Yeah, and I was wondering like why there was missing.
It wasn't like written stuff, or I guess it was, but. And then we did that way, yeah. No, it's actually, it's probably the easiest to go. It's not bad at all.
Good morning, guys. We're going to have bells turned off again today and for the next 2 weeks because of AP testing. So some of that AP testing is on campus, although most of it's at the town center. Okay, so we've got our next to last mini quiz of the year. So if you would go ahead and put your stuff to the side or under your desk real quick. I don't really think you need a calculator, but if you do need a calculator for arithmetic step or something, you're welcome to use one, I guess. But I don't think we'll need it, so. 2 questions, 2 points apiece.
Happy Teacher Appreciation Week.
Oh yeah, happy teacher.
I appreciate you.
What does that mean?
Well,
Not.
I guess it helps.
Alright, so both of these were skills from the first 5 or 6 that I asked you to check off for 10 points. We'll go through part 1. And you may notice, I'll give everybody several minutes here to make sure that I'm not rushing you. But our last one, which will be next class, is over 10 points closer part 2. That's under the upcoming assignments. Should be labeled as 135 in your handout. And I'm only verbalizing that because if you finish earlier, you might take a look at that and see if there's 1 or 2 of those you feel like you need to study for the mini quiz at least. class. Get that finished. Okay, I think that's everybody. Alright, I should be able to get those back to you today because my 8A class has already taken those. But again, we only have one more of these just based on the number of days we have. We have 3 more classes left together, but my 8A class only has 1 more day left. I know that says 2 days up there, but one of them was actually yesterday. So today we are looking at, I've got 1 circuit practice for us. I'm also going to ask that you turn in the circuit from last class, and that one went pretty quickly once you got the hang of it. And I didn't ask you to turn that in for homework or anything, so it's not in Google Classroom. Just give it to me in the inbox anytime today, and I can get it right back to you. But before you get up and do that, because you can do that anytime during this class to get full points. And also, I guess if you didn't finish it, you can finish it up. But let's look at one example on 140 today, the circuit practice that I'd like you to get. And then I would like you to work through 141, which is 10 Point Closer Part 4. So next class I'll have you the last one. Of course, it should guarantee you at least 50 points. So if you focus on those skills, that should all but guarantee you to pass the AP exam. Okay, so I know you guys have done Riemann sums before, but one thing we don't get to practice enough is tables and reading tables. And that's typically what Riemann sums are. So just as a quick little reteach here, I'm going to kind of walk you through question 1, kind of highlight some of the stuff that I do that helps me keep up with it. And then I will let you guys work and see how it goes. Okay, so pretty wordy question, but in the end, it's about water. G of t, we only have the table. It says use a left Riemann sum. Some of these are left, some are right, some are midpoint, and I think 2 are trapezoidal. They want 4 subintervals, and they want them to be equal width. So some questions are going to have more or less subintervals. Some questions they may not be equal width. But if I have 4 subintervals, the first thing I would do is just say I'm going to be adding 4 of these together. Remember, Riemann sums were a way to estimate the area under a curve before we knew how to find the exact area under a curve. This is still considered, even though we're not using calculus, this idea is considered calculus and will be on your AP exam. So then what I do is I tend to box these off. I need to come up with 4 rectangles. So I would do like, so if it goes from 0 to 8, each rectangle, if they're equal width, would be 2. So I kind of box these off. 0 to 2 is my first rectangle. 2 to 4 would be rectangle 2. 4 to 6, rectangle 3. And 6 to 8 makes rectangle 4. I do think that kind of boxing those in kind of helps you look at which ones you're supposed to be looking at. So to go from 0 to 2, or 2 to 4, or 4 to 6, or 6 to 8, all of these have a width of 2. Again, these are rectangles, so it's just length times width. And because this says left Riemann sum, I should be getting the y value from the left x-most point. So black rectangle, that's what I get. Red rectangle, the y value from the left x-most value would be 3. The y value from the left x-most value in my purple would be 4. And the y value for the left x-most value of my gray would be 0. So in the end, our answer comes from 4 plus 6 plus 8, so 18. Again, calculus idea of what we're trying to achieve there, but the arithmetic doesn't really have any calculus into it. But be careful with the number of subdivisions. Be careful with whether it's a left, right, midpoint, or trapezoidal, because that depends on what numbers you're pulling from. And again, totally optional, but I think it's a mistake not to make the 4 blanks as a quick reminder of what you're aiming for. And I think it's beneficial to kind of box in the rectangles. Now, I think that this is way too time consuming, but just so you guys know, on like a FRQ, where you've got a little bit more time, if you really wanted to, you could create a visual of this if you plotted all these points. If you made a quick little sketch and plotted 0, 2, and 1, 3, and 2, 3, and 3, 5, 4, 4, 5, 1, 6, 0, 7, 2, and 8, 5, if you plot all that on a graph, then you could draw like a little bit of a visual. In fact, I'll just do that so you can see what I'm talking about. 0, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 5, 4, 4, 5, 1, 6, 0, 7, 2, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, so if that type of visual helps you, because then my black rectangle would be this, and you can see that not just the width was 2, but the height was 2, because I'm coming from the left towards the right, left Riemann sum. And then for the red rectangle, from the left, drag to the right, you can see his width is 2, and you can see his length is 3. Same thing I'm pulling from here, but it just gives you a visual to make you feel a little more confident. Again, I don't know that this is worth your time, but maybe like on an FRQ where you know there's going to be more points tied to it, you can dedicate enough time to this. So here's the second one, 2 by, my graph's not drawn well enough, but 2 by 4. And the last one was 2 by 0, because here's the left x-most. I didn't go through this point, that's why this is misleading, I guess, right there. There we go. So, just another option. Again, I'm certainly not suggesting you do that for every question, but if you really find one to be harder than the rest, that's at least a strategy that you can get a visual down for. Okay, so what I'd like you to do today, there's 4 things. I'd like you to practice Riemann sums with this circuit. I don't think any of these were extra tricky. But again, I wouldn't be asking you to do it if I felt like everybody was ready to go on this skill. I would pick something else. Secondly, make sure that you turn in the circuit from last class. If you didn't finish it, that's fine, but make sure you finish it and get it turned in anytime during this class period. I didn't ask you to turn it in for homework, so it's not open in Google Classroom or anything like that. Just give me the hard copy and I'll give it back to you today. Third, I'd like you to look through the 5 or 6 skills I put on 141. Hopefully you feel like you can check a couple of those off, but if not, maybe start practicing 1 or 2 of those while you've got some class time. And finally, 4, you might want to look back at 135 for the mini quiz. And I guess technically also the delta math. The delta math, remember, I don't mind as long as you do it before the AP exam. Once the AP exam hits, then I don't have any interest in you doing it at that point, but you can keep working on it up till then. But I feel like you really probably should have already done that, so I don't really consider that homework at this point. But if you've delayed that, you still got time to do it without being penalized. Okay, let me give you guys a few minutes to get going here before I go around. Of course, we are going to be a little bit lighter. We had a few seniors in here that are now done. Last week was their last week, of course, except for finals. So, especially if you're at a table that doesn't have a partner, you're more than welcome to move around if you'd like to work with somebody. Completely optional, but or if somebody else is at a table by themselves that you'd like to work with, you're welcome to go work with them. Sorry.
I wasn't here on Thursday, and I checked the basket, and you had the have somewhere. I don't think you did, so I missed that. To be honest, I know
Okay, let's worry about the mini quiz near the end of class.
yeah, that's fine. And I think I also missed, what, a 10-point?
Should be over here. Oh yeah, you got the budget number here. There's 137, and it's actually a really quick one, so sometimes they're not. And then here was 4 skills. And then just remind me near the end of class about the mini quiz.
All right.
Okay, those of you that already turned the circuit in, I'm passing that back as well as your mini quiz. Obviously, near this time of the year, I don't want to keep any resource from you in case it's one you need to study for the AP exam. And mini quiz, especially if you miss something, it's good for you to see so you can figure out why before you see it on your actual AP exam. And as soon as I get these passed out, I'll take a few questions up on the board from the circuit today if y'all have any of that. Today,
I'll see you over there. It's not my fault. It's Cameron's fault.
it's his fault.
Keep him.
That's a new one. Okay, if you are not stuck yet, that's fine. But if there's any of them that seem harder than the rest, we might as well talk about them together. Could help out all other people as well. So for today's circuit, is there anything that you would like me to go over with you yet? Actually, give me 2 seconds. I need to find my copy. Otherwise, I don't know what question you'll be talking about. Okay. I got it. Anything from today's circuit I can help with yet? Okay, I'll set a timer here and offer help on the board again in about 15 minutes. Obviously, you can come and ask me individually before that, though. some other mini quizzes to pass back to you. I didn't pass these to you last time because my 8A class hadn't taken it yet, but
stuck on this one. Oh, that's cool.
Okay. You're on the right track.
So,
You can factor out GCF.
okay. You do natural log of 3 plus natural log of 6
What's another way to say natural log 3 plus natural log 6?
times natural log of 6.
Write it down. What you're saying doesn't sound correct.
Wait.
we did learn some of those.
That's not the answer though.
Oh, well, you did something else.
Oh.
These are not the right values. So this
Oh, it's
means
7. This is 7.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
wait, minus 7. Okay, there's 1 to 9.
Yep.
That's a horizontal distance of 8.
Yep.
You're doing it in 2 equal subdivisions.
Mhm.
So 1 to 5 and 5 to 9.
Yeah. 3 and 7.
Oh, midpoint, got it.
Yeah.
I got it, okay. Okay. Yeah, there you go.
Nice. Thank you.
Are there any calculators?
You can use that one. It should be fine. Check it first though.
Is this
They took my others for AP testing.
thing?
Is that one turning on?
Slowly.
Yeah. It'll be fine once it loads.
This was 132.
If it messes up, I've got some others though.
I got a 2.5 on that. Since Jackson. We're gonna talk about it.
Just this last time.
Wait, but next time.
Okay, here's this one back.
Can I get some help on number 6? Because I plugged in
It's- but that's not
those
close.
values into that, but I didn't see any answer.
Okay, so if it's 5, it means each width is 1. Although I would show that on an FRQ. I know timesing by 1 doesn't do anything, but I
I
still
take
show
this,
it.
and then I take.
And then right hand limit, which would be f of 0,
But I still got it wrong. I didn't have
f of 1, f of 2, f of 3, f of 4.
Yep.
That's not right. If you plug 4 into this, that would be 16 plus 3.
Oh, I meant to write 19.
Yeah, so that should be 19.
My 9s and 4s are similar.
Yeah. But the other numbers sounded okay, so when you total those up, it should give you one of the answers.
Thinking one's gonna come back to like review, but not. I doubt it. I gotta be back in this paper. That's fun. That's really fun.
All right, it's been almost 15 minutes, so let me offer help again. So today's Riemann sum circuit. Any questions on here that you guys haven't asked already? There's a small one right here, and there's a big one over there on the front table. Okay, I'm gonna switch this over then so y'all can remember what else you need to work through today. Hello? Hi. Okay, I'll learn it. Bye.
Yes, 137.
Okay, I'll bring that back in just a minute.
Yep.
Do you remember how to do this, or do you have to look it back up?
I have to look at it
Oh.
for the first couple, but I haven't got it out.
Basically just said, wait, can I come now? I don't really know when was done. He's like, shoot, I was doing chores. And I forgot. I don't know, please forget Mullins, bro.
Do you guys have any AP exams this week?
I have one on Thursday.
What is Thursday?
Environmental science.
What do you do for your AP test? You like go on a field trip and collect rocks?
No. It's like a normal
That's
test.
exactly it. We actually go to like Canada to, you know, find some stuff.
All the way to
There's
Canada?
environment, yeah. We have to walk there, so.
You gonna be back for your AP test on Monday?
Maybe.
You're
No,
going
it's
along with
like
that?
a normal test. It's you don't actually like go in the
Like what's it over though? Like rock types or?
It's like
It's a lot of stuff. It's like rocks, soil, energy,
ecology.
environment.
Yeah, I saw that too, and I was like, hmm? Oh.
What else is there? Atmosphere, air pollution.
Air pollution, yeah, everything. A lot of stuff about like fossil fuels and climate change. Yep.
What am I saying that?
So like an FRQ is just gonna ask you like what's some way that people
Yeah. No,
pollute?
looking at part
So
two right
I mean,
now.
kind of. It's actually really easy. It's easier than this class for sure.
Yeah, I just took my chemistry exam yesterday. It was
hard?
it happened.
Yeah. Students usually say that chemistry is about the same difficulty as this. Of
Yeah.
course, everyone's different.
Um,
But I actually looked up the pass rate, and the pass rate is a little bit higher.
Chemistry, it feels like
chemistry.
a more difficult class, but like I do better, I think, on the tests, or at least just as good on the tests in there as I do in here.
Let's see. Chemistry, last year, 75% of students passed the chemistry exam. And last year, only 58% of students passed the calculus exam.
Like in the country or?
Yeah, this is worldwide. I mean, that's the fairest because
Chemistry is easy.
you said this country's easy?
Chemistry.
Oh. I mean, considering the pass rate, for those of you taking BC next year, the pass rate last year was 79%.
Isn't that because it's like a lot harder, so the cutoff is a lot lower?
I don't think so.
No.
I just think that
So
most,
it's just that much easier?
well, most students who get to BC are an extra year ahead in math, number one. Number two, BC is all of AB again, plus 2 more units. So, if you really know AB pretty well, then BC is just, I mean, I don't think they're easy units, but it's only 2 more units, so. Whereas we had to do 8 units in here this year, so. So that's why BC goes so well. What do y'all think the lowest AP exam pass rate is?
I think it's
What is
physics
it?
1, right?
Yeah, it's physics 1.
Physics 1 is like less than 50%.
Give me AP art history.
Okay, AP Physics 1 I think is the lowest
Oh no.
at 46.
Yeah.
So you,
A little bit above average.
What do you think the pass rate is for Physics 2?
a lot
It's a
higher.
lot higher than that.
A lot higher.
63.
But why is it higher?
Because
the kids are
people
actually-
who are in that really like,
So same thing with A, B, and BC then.
yeah.
But like physics C is really easy to pass because it's so hard, so the cutoff is so low.
Oh, that too.
I had to take a test once to get like my full teaching license, and it was on proofs, and I think I scored like 30% or something, but I was still in like the 85 percentile, so I still passed. They don't even make teachers do that anymore to
No,
get
I
their
think
license. They don't have to do that now
BC aren't
because it was pointless.
bad, like at all. either.
They weren't.
But
You just had to know nothing to pass it. Okay, AP Art history, 65%.
I'm in music theory.
Oh, music theory, 61. Okay, what's the highest? And then I'll leave you all alone.
Highest.
It's probably like AP Chinese or
Environmental-
AP.
wait.
Statistics was only
Maybe
60%.
environmental science. Or
Wait, the highest or the lowest?
Environmental science is 54.
what?
Yeah, better.
No, that's because like a lot of people who take it don't really care. So.
Well, that's true on all of these.
Oh, well,
Yeah, that's-
okay. Yeah, but like people who care more will probably take
Environmental science is
physics.
so easy.
It's really.
It
easy.
is crazy.
Okay, well, it has a lower pass rate than calculus, so I'm
That is
expecting y'all to
crazy.
tell me how easy
That is
calculus is.
That's pretty crazy.
Y'all are not gonna guess the best one without cheating.
Can we have a hint?
Is it like
Is it a language?
Yeah, it's probably a language,
Is it a
right?
language?
It is a language.
AP
It's either
Spanish.
German or Chinese.
Japanese.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Do they offer AP German?
It's probably German.
There's like a
French.
Japanese called
AP
German, 68%.
Really?
French is like 80%. Something.
French was 75 last year. It is Chinese language and culture, 88.4.
Yeah.
But the
For
people who
that
take
one,
that
like,
probably are really interested in it. so-
50% of people get a 5. So.
Yeah, 50
It really can't be that hard, and the people who take it are probably just taking it to like because they already know it.
Nice.
Why not?
Fair.
If you moved to a different country, you wouldn't do like English as a. Well, I was gonna say English as a second language, but it might be your first language. So.
Like, tell I'm here and I don't know how to speak to people.
There's also two others: AP Research and AP Seminar are about 85%.
Really?
I think we tried to offer AP Seminar, and not enough students signed up for it.
Well, what do you even do?
It's
with
like,
those?
isn't it? What is that?
I think it's researching, writing papers, maybe. I don't know.
They've been to us, and they said they didn't do any work until like the last 2 weeks. And then they actually did the project and they got a fine.
Oh, if it's a project course, maybe.
I think it's a project, maybe.
See, I don't get this one. AP Psychology should be pretty easy.
It is. No?
60%.
Just, he probably got a 3.
What's the other one y'all take? AP World? Or is that last year?
I mean, well, yeah, some people are.
Sophomores are in A-Push, yeah. But A-Push is one of the harder ones.
It's the second one, right?
Is it second? I thought it was like top 5 at least.
78% for APUSH.
Really?
78.
Oh, because the cutoff is really low. Like you need like a 60% to do a 5.
What is the cutoff range?
I think that's true for most of them.
Well,
Yeah,
a lot of
but,
them are like
the
70 to
test,
80.
The less or so the questions, so if you're rushing to get an answer for the
Anyway, if you want to look at that stuff, I just Google search as like the first or second result. AP pass rates. And it's the College Board site. And they show the breakdowns of 1, 2, 3s, 4s, and 5s if you really care. Sounds like you'll need to study for your environmental science though.
Wait, I do need to study or don't?
I don't know. 54% pass it.
That's crazy. It should be like 90%.
Should be 100%.
Some of this stuff is skewed too though. Like a lot of schools in Arkansas, like there might be one calculus class that has like 2 students. So they don't usually pass.
What is the app like?
Applac.
That'd be like 60 over 60. Yeah, but it's true. It's really easy to get them. You just argue.
Applac was 56.
It's not.
But AP Lit was 77. So
AP Lit is what?
77.
Oh, wow. What do you think? Open Lit. Open Lit.